The Chaos Insurgency is a splinter organization and a major antagonist in the SCP Foundation mythos.
It was formed in 1924 by, ironically, the O5 Council, which is the highest authority in the SCP Foundation. The group was formed as a secret task force known merely as the Insurgency. The gang was planning to carry out morally questionable tasks.
We're SUH an ethical company, bro.
While maintaining the Foundation's public image, basically airing the organization's dirty laundry. Reminds me of a similar institution.
Obviously, they didn't quite like that. So in 1948, the group turned against the Foundation, did a few devious licks things by stealing some anomalous objects.
And tools to destroy the SCP Foundation. They are driven by the thought that the Foundation hides the truth and limits human progress.
So in their eyes, dismantling the Foundation is needed to advance humanity. Hey, they might not be that bad after all. Since I like having my tier list, I'll rank them based on how much danger they pose for the SCP Foundation. The Church of the Broken God is a global religious cult and one of the oldest groups in the SCP Foundation mythos. This cult, with the coolest name ever, has its followers worshipping Makane, the broken god, and believes that flesh is weak and mid, while machinery represents perfection and divinity. The church aims to rebuild its god through technology and mechanization. They seek to use this very cool method called standardization.
Their whole ideology falls down to basically, machine lay good, flesh lay bad. These goobers are such haters that they view sarcasm as their ultimate enemy.
Cyborg Wanabes believe that true enlightenment comes through becoming a CPU, or a fatting motherboard apparently.
The Unusual Incidents Unit, also known as the FBI, but they're even worse at their jobs, is a branch of the US government.
Responsible for investigating spooky, scary entities. Created during the Cold War to rival the Soviet counterpart, the GRU Division P.
The UIU. Okay, horrible acronym. I'll just refer to them as a similar ass organization. ICE was originally well-funded and effective.
However, because the SCP Foundation and the Global Occult Coalition do a much better job, they were severely underfunded and seen as garbage. This left them horrendously underfunded, understaffed, and technologically behind compared to the other organizations.
Because they kinda suck and nobody really cares about them.
UIU allows harmless entities to exist freely, as long as they pose no threat to civilians, like SCP-4999. This left them horrendously underfunded, understaffed, and technologically behind compared to the other organizations.
Because they kinda suck and nobody really cares about them.
UIU allows harmless entities to exist freely, as long as they pose no threat to civilians, like SCP-4999. I'll rank them in the safe tier. They try their best, but let's be real, they aren't stopping any K-class scenarios. Don't worry, they didn't break off. They are deployed to contain, fight, or protect aberrations and people of interest.
Comprised of highly trained soldiers from very deep and impressive specialized backgrounds. MTF have skills tailored to their specific branch.
Each branch has its own specific mission, each with a very cool name. Here are a few: Red Right Hand, Castaway, and the one you all know, Nine-Tailed Fox. Some squads focus on surveillance or intelligence gathering.
Others on exploration, and others on beating up foes.
Get back in the cage, blast!
From small specialized squads to large forces with vehicles and
Because some are specialized for a very specific mission, some MTFs are disbanded after completing them. I'm putting them in the high tier. They are literally the Foundation's muscles, essential. Don't worry, they didn't break off. They are deployed to contain, fight, or protect aberrations and people of interest.
Comprised of highly trained soldiers from very deep and impressive specialized backgrounds. MTF have skills tailored to their specific branch.
And the one you all know, Nine-Tailed Fox. Some squads focus on surveillance or intelligence gathering.
Others on exploration, and others on beating up foes. From small specialized squads to large forces with vehicles and heavy...
Because some are specialized for a very specific mission, some MTFs are disbanded after completing them. I'm putting them in the high tier. They are literally the Foundation's muscles. Essential. The Fifth Church, also known as Fifthism, is a mysterious and once again apocalyptic cult in the SCP Foundation mythos.
These twats are devoted to the worship of the fifth dimension and the constellation Starfish, an incomprehensible mimetic thing.
Fifithism began in ancient times when individuals became mentally infected by SCP-3125, spreading its influence through generations. Basically, Starfish Guy infected people and forced them to think that he's chill, which amplified its control. The Fifithisms believe that free will is evil, yucky, very bad. Humanity must abandon individuality to merge with the fifth world. Their practices create mimetic anomalies. I'll put them in the middle tier. Hard to understand their full goals.
Marshall, Carter, and Dark is a powerful shadowy group. A high-class capitalistic businessmen's club. Founded by the mysterious three goobers, Marshall, Carter, and Dark. They make money through the sale of anomalous entities to the wealthiest people in the world. When billionaires are bored, instead of helping the populace, they'd rather spend billions
To enter a random dimension or duel with a potato that throws spikes. We truly live in a society. Founded in London, they spread globally, retaining power through political pressure or financial means rather than force. A Disneyland for the super rich.
They possess funds to bribe Foundation agents. I'll put them in the middle. Dangerous influence, but generally self-interested.
The Serpent's Hand is a small but influential.
They fight for the liberation of anomalies. Can you imagine a friendly interaction with any of them?
Yeah, one issue with that goal.
They label the Foundation as jailers and the GOC as book burners. Many anomalous individuals are part of this group.
It began with the ancient Hand of the Serpent, devoted to knowledge and the Wanderer's Library. They want to expose forbidden truths.
I'll put them in the annoying tier. They mostly just cause headaches for the Foundation without being a world-ending threat.
They want to bring him into existence to end civilization and reform it into a feudal society where the strong reign.
You'd be a peasant.
Hierarchy reflects the king's superiority. The strong dominate the weak. They are the biggest glazers in the mythos.
Top tier. They want to bring about an objectively evil deity. Very dangerous.
The Shark Punching Center, incredible organization. Their main mission is punching sharks. Nah, I'm just taking the piss.
It's a joke version of the Foundation from an alternate universe, created because people kept misspelling SCP as SPC. They use objects to punch sharks. There are genuine, actual articles written for this. It's amazing. I put the hub link in the description. Joke tier, obviously. Thanks for watching.